All right, welcome everyone. Good morning. It is Thursday morning. I am Ron. Here we are. It is a functional fitness Thursday morning is what it is. This is not sunrise yoga. That's the class next door if that's what you're thinking, but no. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So here's what we got planned for today. We can start walking around, getting arms going, get the legs going, warming up the joints a little bit. Not too hard yet, but today. So we're going to start out with some movement. We always do that. And then we're going to go to some weights. And then after that, we're going to the floor. But I got a lot of everything, so we're not going to be able to get to everything. But you won't know that because I'll be done in an hour. So I shouldn't have even said anything. I'm bad at that. I mix things up like that. Sideways, step, and step. I'm going to stop talking now. Just do this. Tap and tap. Not too bad. You can do this all day. Let's go 4 steps. 2, 3, and 4. Tap that toe. Knees forward. Pick the leg up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hip flexors getting working here. Hamstrings, quadriceps. Tap and back. Feet a little higher. Pick them up. Pick them up. Pick them up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Up. How high can you get that knee? How high can you go? And last one. That was aerobics in my world. All right. Feet shoulder width apart, little bend in the knees. We're just going to take the shoulders and rotate, pushing out across body and bring it back. I want to get the shoulders going here. So get the shoulders to take a roll there. Straight line. Rotate both sides and around. Cross body, reach across. And again. Like that. Make that noise you can. Always good to breathe. Over and over. Couple more. And we're there. 4 steps. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. On the 4th one, reach across and bring it back. 2, 3. And push. Shoulders get going here. Rotate. Don't just reach across with one arm. You want to get the middle of the back. Thoracic spine's got to move. Got to move. Can you do the fandango? Other side. Around and push. And drive that arm out. Again. Out. And out. All right. Right here we go. Right here we go. Arms up on the side. Going to bring the knee out. Squeeze. Other side out and up. Getting these obliques right here, right between the rib cage and the hips. Squeeze it. Up and out. Bring that knee down. Bring knee up. Elbow down. Again, exhale. Start getting all the air out of the lungs. Tightening up those core muscles. And there. And put all that together. 4 steps. 1, 2, 3. On that 4th one, reach across, elbow back, and tuck. 1, 2, 3. Rotate the shoulders, elbow back, into that oblique crunch. 1, 2, 3. Out, roll the shoulders, bring it back and squeeze. We're going slow so I don't mess it up. I probably will anyway, but I stand a better chance if we go slow. Over and down. 2, 3, 4. Reach across, knee up. Nope. Told you. It's too hard for me. Over and back. Last 1, 3. Push down. That was fun. We should do that again sometime. 4 step forward, 4 step back. Lift the knee. 2, 3, 4. Stop. 1, 2, 3. Get comfortable going backwards. Get that knee up as high as you can go. Make sure everything's in alignment. As you pick that foot up, you want that knee, toe, hip all lined up. Stationary leg, you're on the ball of the foot to the heel, inside to out. Up. 2, 3, and 4. Take it back. 2. Nice and slow. Feel those muscles working on the lower half of the body there, down there, from here down. All right. Bring the knee up. Just nice and high. See how high you can crunch it up there and back down. Up. Squeeze. Nice and tight. You want the shoulders to come forward just a little bit. Roll the hip up. So you're getting the upper and lower abs at the same time. Opposite arm, opposite leg. And squeeze. Yeah, tighten that core up. Work in the core we are. And up. Step it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only said that because I was way up front. So we're going to take a 4th step up. 2, 3, 4. One leg. Tuck. 2, 3, and 4. And take it back. 2, 3, 4. Tuck the other leg. If you need to tap the toe, tap the toe. If you can keep it up, keep it up. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Back, back, back. Last one. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. Last one we do. 2, 3, 4, and back. 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Whose idea were these exercises? All right. Knees over the ankles, butt back. Drop down in. Roll the hips and push back up. Hip hinge. Down we go. And push up. This time, as you're down in that hip hinge, tap back, and then roll back up. So hip hinge, knees over the ankles. Pick one foot up, step it back on the toe, come back to the front, other foot, up. One more time, down in that hip hinge, step back, other foot, back, and roll the hip, pushing back up again. Let's go into a squat. So we're going to take it down low, roll the hips, come back up. Bring the arms with you, up overhead. Oh, shoulders are tight yet. Down, knees over the laces of the shoes, butt rolls up, hips roll in, and you go up. So down again, shoulder blades are back, chest is out, roll the hips underneath, push through the heels, bring it up on top. One more time, down, roll, and up. Going to take hip hinge, down, tap, tap, up, step out, squat, other side, step out, squat, back in, hip hinge, tap the toe, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oops, it was only supposed to be 2, sorry. And back up, step out, and down to the middle, back to the other side. We're going to do this one more time. And in. Hip hinge, knees over the ankles. 1, 2, got it. Come back up, step out, down in a squat, into the middle, other side, step, squat, and back in again. Legs out wide. Start out with just a tap the toe and tap, tap. Not too bad. If you want, that foot can come off the floor, balancing on that single leg. Otherwise, get the toe tap in there. All right, as we're doing that, stepping out to the side, reach cross body over the top and bring it back down. Other side, weight shift, tapping the toe on that back leg, reaching across. Shoulders are rotating. Shoulder girdle, the whole thing as you reach across and back, up and over. Stretch out the upper back, stretch out the shoulder, tap out, 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 and out. We got that. Heels up on the balls of the feet. Hold in there, find your balance, and back down. Again, roll the hips. Knees are a little bend in them, coming up on top, making sure that the ball of the foot's on the floor all the way across. Feel the muscles. Calf muscles, back of the lower leg doing the work to lift that heel. Whole body doing the rest of it to hold you up, balanced on just the balls of the feet. And back down. One more time up. Hold, hold, hold. Get that heel up just a little bit higher. And back down again. Let's do a little on the balls of the feet march now. We warmed up those muscles. They're ready for it. Stay up, upright here. As you're doing this, feet don't have to come up very high. Just make sure that you're on the balls of the feet. Agility moves here, so you've got that ability to move sideways quickly, front to back, in a diagonal, whatever. You can move so much faster if you can get up on the balls of the feet. When you need it, it'll be there. And down. All right, feet apart. A little wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to do that. Out to the side, out to the side. Up. If you can get that foot up off the floor, go for it. Up and up. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, into the middle, into a fast feet. So just as fast as you can get those to go, and then back out, out. So we're switching speeds, we're switching directions, right straight up and down, front to back, going to side and balancing. 3 and 4, back to the middle. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, and out, out. 3, 4, back to the middle. Outside, balancing on that single leg, little bounce, back to the middle, push. Other side, 3 and 4, one more time. Out, 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 and out. All right. And back to the 4th step. 2, 3, 4. Heart rate's getting up there a little bit. Feeling it in the lower body. 4 steps, I did 6. Don't do that. Tap, unless you got the room to do it. Over. 1, 2, 3. Letting the heart rate come down here a little bit. Who said we were going to start out with HIIT? What's the idea of that? 2, 3. Just woke up. And tap, back, 2. A little faster here. Try to stay on the balls of the feet as much as you can. Now that you're all warmed up, got all those muscles warmed up, the joints, you're feeling comfortable with your balance. Tap, 2, 3, and tap. Whew. All right. Knee up, cross body, and back down. Stay with that one side. Up and across and back. Arm out, knee up, elbow down, cross body, squeeze, and out. Stay with that side. And out. Squeeze the core, bringing that hip up underneath, shoulders forward as you squeeze these upper abs, and back out. So it's a diagonal crossbody, squeeze, and out. Bouncing on that single leg. Whoa. 3 and 4. Other side, same thing. Arm up, knee up, a crossbody, elbow down, squeezing the core, and back out again. And out. Crossbody here. Obliques doing the rotation. Upper abs bring the shoulders forward. Lower abs bring the hip up. Out. Step. And bring it in. Out. Couple more. 1. Last one. 2. All right. See how this works out. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take it back. 2, 3, and 4. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. Squeeze it. And to the other side. Tight. And back again. 2, 3. Make it a little more fun. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back. 1, 2, 3. That's more fun, right? It's more fun than the other way. 2, 3, 4. Back. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back one more time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take it back. 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 404. We're good at that. Oh, grab yourself water, grab yourself weights. We're moving on. We're doing some strengthy stuff now. We actually got through all of them. Yay! All right, next set. Weighted. Weighted. Chance to let that heart rate come down just a little bit. It's a good way to get energized for the morning, though, isn't it? All right, first thing we're going to do is just a squat. Weighted squats. Our favorite to start out with, my favorite to start out with. Hopefully it's yours too. Let's go down. Butt back, roll the hip underneath, and drive through the heels, drive through the ball of the foot. We haven't started yet. We still have 5 seconds. We're going to go down, roll, and push up. Okay, here we go. We're starting now. It's official. It's for real. And up. Don't lock the knees as you come up. Shoulders stay back. Chest stays out. Hips roll underneath. Remember, it's an arc. You're coming up. Bringing that hip in underneath, driving up through the heels as you come up. Make it a smooth move. Shifting that weight to the back so that you're using those big muscles in the back of the leg to do the work. Should be feeling this in the quadriceps, the front of the thighs. 3 more. Down. Roll the hips. Bring it up. Down. Stop at the bottom before you come up. Make those muscles have to re-engage. They bring you to a stop first and then back up again. That's it. That's it for that one. This time, we will do it again. Palms forward into a curl here. Elbows out a little bit from the side of the body. Shoulder blades are back. Little bend in the knees. Let's do it up. Let's do it right. Down. Shoulders back. Chest out. Neutral position. Up. Ears over shoulders, over hips, over knees, over ankles. Stacking the joints. Distributing the weight throughout the entire body instead of any one body part or any one piece of one body part doing all the work. Up with that curl. Keep the elbows pointed to the floor. It's out and down. It's an arc again. You want to get those weights away from the body where they're doing the most work, taking your time. Don't go all the way to the bottom or all the way to the top. You want to feel these biceps muscles in the front of the upper arm working the entire time. And back down. Ooh, we're going to put those two together. Palms forward. Now that you got the individual components down, we're going to go down in a squat. Curl. Hold the weights away from the body. Up and back down again. All right. Here we go. Down in a squat. Palms in. Roll into a biceps curl. Underneath. Push up and back down. Upper and lower body working together. Up, roll the hips, bring it up. We're keeping those muscles under tension in the upper arm again, those biceps muscles, by having the weights away from the body. We're also using the core because we've got to put a little more pressure on that lower back to get us up instead of letting the weight bring us forward. You want to make sure those elbows are down to the floor and the shoulder blades are back. Straight out, push up and down. Last one. Palms forward. Curl it, and up and back down. So the beauty of that is when you're down on the bottom curling, your quadriceps are staying under tension. When you've got the arms in that biceps grip, that hold right there, that curl, you're keeping them under tension, the biceps under tension. Makes sense in my mind. All right, let's move on, shall we? Forward lunge with a hip hinge. So stepping out, let me do this from the side. Stepping out. Hip hinge down, and then pull it back up again. Out, hinging at the hip, weights down to the knees, and then pushing up, and then let the back leg do the work from there. Down, through the heel, and bring it up. Out. We're doing it. We're doing it. I forgot to say that. Go. There we go. Down. Go 10 seconds ago. Hip hinge. Take it down. Keep the back straight. Shoulders stay square to the floor. Down, 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 down. Start to feel those hamstrings stretch just a little bit. Take your time on that back step. Let that single leg do the work for a while. 15 seconds left. Down, up, and back. Out. Hip hinge. Push up. One more time each side. And up. Last one. Down. And up. All right. Next, triceps kickbacks. Elbows back as far as they'll go. Let's go into a stagger here. So getting the one leg out front, knee over the ankle, feet are parallel, elbows back as far as they'll go. shoulder blades back. You want a straight line from the back of the head all the way to the tailbone, or as close as you can get. The deeper you go, the more you're going to feel this. Other thing, elbows as far back and up as you can get them. Let's start. And out. And back in, little pulses if you can. Tap, down, up, squeeze it. So you need to consciously tighten up those muscles in the back of the upper arms. Out and in. Halfway there. Squeeze, bring it back. One thing I found out about triceps is they really start to cramp up quickly. They fatigue really fast. Out. Always got to be working them. Back and in. You want all muscles to be strong so they can work together. Biceps and triceps are a pair. They work with every move. Out and in. If you've got a curl, you're going to have to use the triceps to bring them back, arms back down again. All right, those go together super easily. Yes. Forward lunge, hip hinge, elbows back, extend and that triceps kick back in and to the center and arms down. Alternating. You ready? Step it out. Right there. Hip hinge. Knee stays right over the ankle. Back stays straight. Out back. In. And step it in. Again, out. Hip hinge, butt back. Elbows as far back as you can get them. As high as you can get them. And step back in again. Other foot, out. Hip hinge. Feel those muscles working in the back of the upper arm. Arms and down. Out. Straight back. A little curve in the lower part of the back. Chest out, chin up. And down. Forward. 10 seconds. One more time after this one. Back leg does the work to bring you back. Down with that hip hinge. Elbows back. Extend. In. And that was 2. On to 3. We're going to just take side leg lift. That's it. Weight on the side of the leg and bring it in. We'll do it on each side. If you need to, as always, stationary leg, little bend in the knee. Don't forget that. Foot's flat on the floor. Pick that up. Core is doing the work to hold you over that stationary leg. Tap the toe if you need to, and then bring it off and bring it in. All right, here we go. Out and in. Doesn't have to go very far. Toe should be forward, though. Legs are right in the same plane. Bring it in. Find your balance. Step up and back in. Every time you bring that leg in, you'll feel the torso shift. Now you have 2 legs down. You're over the base of support of both legs. Back out to the side and in. Other side. Let's go there. Let's go there. Don't go there. We're going there. In. Out. And bring it back. Again, if you need to, tap the toe. The important part is just that you're lifting that leg. Even if you've got to tap at the end, that's fine. Back out. Working those muscles on the outside of the hip to lift. Whoa. The glutes are working too. And in. Out. And back in one more time. Hold it. And back down. Feel that glutes right on the side of the butt there. And then on the outside of the hip. Top of the thigh all the way up to the top of the hip. All right. Shoulder blades back. We're going to do a side raise. What we're going to do. Remember, modifications for this. Come out on the sides and you come back down. Modifications are bend the elbow and back in. So you can keep them extended and come out just a little ways and back down. But I'd rather have you have the full range of motion through the shoulder. I'd rather have you bend the elbow and make it easier that way than not coming up as high. And then little by little, you can bring those weights farther out from the shoulder, dropping them down just a little bit and finding the spot that's right for you, as opposed to just coming up a little bit and back down again. Ready? That's a lot to say. Little bend in the knees, shoulder blades back. Remember, you don't want to pinch the front of the shoulders. We're starting and down. However you're doing it when you get to the top. Hold for 2 counts. Time under tension. Getting that muscle on the outside of the shoulder socket. Working, keeping it under tension. And then back down again. Every time you come down, you should think about the shoulder blades, getting them back as deep as you can and kind of squeezing them together as you come back, really opening up the front of that shoulder. Up and back down. Shoulder blades back. Stop at the top. And back down. One more. Up and back down again. All right. Try this a couple different ways. We're going to do a leg lift with this side arm raise. Try opposite arm, opposite leg. See which one you like best. I want you to try them both because you can do whatever you want, whatever works best for you, whatever is challenging, but you can still get there. So arm out to the side and then leg lift on the opposite side and then bring them down in. It's a lot easier if you bring the arm up first and then lift the leg. Hold there and then back down. Let's try same arm, same leg. So up and out. This one's a little more challenging because all the weight's on a side where you don't have any support. And back down. Same on the other side. Tap the toe if you need it. And back down. So of those two, figure out the one you like better. We're going to alternate sides. Do it either way. Feet shoulder width apart. You're ready to go. Here we go. Out. And back in. Having any problems with balance, do the two-step. Well, not the dance, but I mean, arm up first and then lift the toe. Then bring it back in. Out. Leg lift. Whoa. And back in. Working those muscles on stationary leg to keep the foot flat on the ground. That's the key. Keeping that balance. Out. And back down. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Out. And back in, switching sides. Out. Go nice and slow on that movement from one leg to the other. If you go too fast, you're going to push off and start getting a whole lot of lean in there. And one more time. Out. And back in. Weights down, water up. I am thirsty. Even if I wasn't, it's time. It says right here, break. So we have to take a break. Good stuff. Good stuff. Next one we're going to do is a high knee. High knee. We did it without weights. We're going to do it with. You've seen this before. Hands on the thighs. Lift and back down. Kind of a different experience when you've got the weight on that leg. Just letting it hang on there. And back down. Core's got to work a little harder. Glutes definitely have to work harder because your body's going to want to go forward. You're tightening up these muscles in the back chain to bring you up so you're in neutral position. So here we go. We're going to alternate. We're going to start here in a couple seconds. It's time. Up and back down. Take your time. Balance on that single leg. Find your balance. So for me, I've got a little wobble in the foot as I bring that up. So I'm really working on getting that foot flat on the floor here. If you're way out of balance, don't spend the time trying to get back again. You're putting yourself at a real risk. You got just a little bit of play there that you want to get straightened out. That's fine. But if you start really getting out of balance, you're not accomplishing anything except potentially getting hurt. I don't want that. It's not what we're here for. 15 seconds. Up. Hold. And back down. I say that we're here to get better, not to get hurt. Up. Whoa. Falling. That's the kind of thing. I was never going to get my balance back. All right. We're good with those. Single weight. Single weight. We're down to one. Gripping the ends of the weight. Shoulder blades back. Chest out. Neutral posture here is really important because we're going to do chest press out. Body's going to want to follow it out. It is so, the weight's going out there. Gravity's working here to pull you down, pull you forward. So really get that shoulder blades back. Tighten up in that position. Out and back in. So you can feel every muscle in your body working hard, contracting to hold you right up and down. All right, here we go. A little bend in the knees, shoulder blades back, chest out. Tighten it up. Out. And back in. Elbows down at a 45. As you bring it back, it's a push-up. It is a push-up. Out. And back in. Working the chest just like a push-up would. And in. Out. Extend. Bring it back. And in. Feel the work being done by the forearms as you're doing this to hold that weight. Out. You can't extend the arms because if you do, the shoulders are going to go too. You can only get out so far. Out. And back in one more time. Out. And in. Feel that? All the way through. Chest to the outside of the shoulder. All right. 2 go together like this as the leg comes up. This one's hard. This one is hard. So you're going to take leg up as the shoulders go out and then back in again. Don't go fast. So if you just go like that, there's nothing to that. Core's not doing any work whatsoever. If you take it slow and bring it back in again, those muscles throughout the torso really have to get into action, especially these glutes and the core on the stationary side. So take it slow. If you want, toe out, tap the toe, go into that press, then bring the foot up and bring it all back in. So kind of do it in stages. Out, out, then lift, and bring it back in again. Option, whichever works for you. You're ready. Out. And in. Slow. Feel the work being done in that stance leg, that stationary leg. Out. And in. And back. Keep that core tight. It's a key to this one. If you want, push on the ends of the weight. It'll engage that core just a little bit more, which will make it easier for you to stay balanced on that single leg. And bring it in. Out. And back in. 2 more. There's one. Bring it in. Last one. Out. And back in. Again. 2 weights. We're back to 2. Aren't we? Yeah, we'll go 2. Reverse lunge. Step it back. Going into that knee over the front ankle. That back leg does not. Front leg does the work. Roll the hips. Push up to the heel of that front leg. Back. Come down as deep as you can. Roll and push up. Problem with how deep you get is you start putting pressure on the knee the lower you go as you push up. If you're feeling any pain in that front knee, don't go that low. Make sure that the knee is over the ankle though, and that you're pushing up through the heel as you come up to take the stress out of the front of that knee. You ready? Let's go. And push. Bring it up. Other side down. Roll. And drive up. Don't push off the back leg. Make the front leg do the work. Working those glutes and those hamstrings as well as the quadriceps. Down. Up. Back leg does nothing more than come up off the floor. And it's because the because the front leg is doing the work to pick you up. So it's down, roll, push up, and step it in. Back, whoa, up, and roll, bring it up. One more time each side. Down, push through the heel to standing. Last one, and up. Going into a skier stance if you can. Otherwise, going into a stagger. Remember, stagger is a little more secure because you've got that base underneath you up front for stability. We're going to bring the shoulder blades back, squeeze them together, and come forward. Again, bend the elbows. If coming out to the sides, way out, is too much for the shoulders, and you want to lean forward, bend the elbows, and just come back on the sides and bring them in. So make it a smaller move. Get the weight closer to the body. All right, here we go. Shoulder blades back, little curve in that lower back. Even if you're in a skier, you should still have butt back, chin up, chest out. Only thing moving are those shoulder blades as you come back, squeezing together and then releasing. and down. Don't go all the way down. Don't let them just hang down underneath. Weights go up, parallel to the torso. Shoulder blades come back and forward. Hold. Should always feel just a little bit of tension in that upper back. 10 seconds left. Squeeze. And out. Bring it in close to the body. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then back out front. One more time. Squeeze and release. Step it up. One side at a time. We're going to take back into that reverse lunge, out to the side with the one arm, and then bring it back in, and then we'll do the other side. Same thing. You are ready? Are you ready? You sure? Okay, let's go. Back. Arm just on that side. Don't let the torso twist, working the core. Step it back. Out, squeeze, and back in again. Keep the weights parallel to the torso as you're doing this. Out and in, down. Bring out just that one side. Push through the heel. Don't forget that. You don't want to be going through the toe on that back leg. You want to push through the heel of the front leg to bring you back up again. Down, back, and in. Squeeze. One more time each side. One to the left. Shoulder blade back. Bring it in. One to the right. Step back. Out. And back in again. We're done with those. Weight program in the books. Grab some water. Grab your mat. We will go to the floor. Grab your pillow or blanket or whatever you put under your back if you do to stabilize that lower back. You do not need weights on the floor. We got some new and cool floor exercises. These are going to be fun. So, first of all, just start out here in crooked position, arms out to the side, arms up over the top, swing them up, over, cross, reach each arm to the opposite side as far as you can go. Feel the chest kind of tighten up. You feel the stretch through the shoulders though, and then bring them back up and down. Keep a little bend in the elbows. Control the movement. Don't flail, but relax it. Snow angels, arms sliding up overhead. Reach as far as you can over the top of the head. Feel the shoulders stretch out. Nice and long upper back. You'll feel the stretch through the lats. And then bring the hands back down the sides, sweeping all the way down to the hips. Reach down and back up again. All the way to the top. Arms up in a pullover. So back of the hands against the floor above the head and roll the shoulder blades down. Bring the arms up on top. A little bend in the elbows. Slow on the drop. Fighting gravity, here we are. And make sure you got that lower back on the floor through all of this. One more time. Up overhead. Hold it. And back down. Leave the hands right there. Back of the hands on the floor. Extend the legs out. So you're in full extension. Toes to fingertips all the way out. Stretch it all. And bring it back up. Back to that crook position. And take the hands out to the side on this one. We're going to bring the knee up. Extend the leg out. In to a tuck and down. Cat has found me laying on my back. So again, up, extend the leg, back in a tuck, squeeze it, and back down. Left leg up. We're going to extend at the knee as far as you can go without the body twisting. That's why your hands are out to the sides, so you can get that leg as far as possible. Bring that knee back in a tuck. Squeeze it. Foot back down and crooked. Right leg, same thing. Foot comes up in a march. Foot extends, heel slides along above the floor. Same thing on the way back in. Keep the heel low. In and back down. there's an add to this. So we're going to take that leg, go back to the left leg. You're still in the crook position, arms out to the sides. Lift the foot up in a march. Extend the leg out. Pick the leg up. So we're going to do a leg lift once we get the foot extended. Back down. Heel just above the floor. Don't let the torso twist. Tuck that knee in. Lower back comes up off the floor. The tailbone comes up off the floor. And then step back down again. So again, right side now, march up, and then extend out that right leg at the knee as far as you can go, and then lift the leg, get it about 3/4 of the way up, bring it back down, don't let the back twist, stop right before the heel touches the floor, heel glide in, and then a tuck, squeezing those lower abs to bring that hip up, knee just a little closer to the torso, and back out. Arms up off the floor if you can. Try it this way. That same thing. Up in a march on the left leg again. Extend out that left foot. Lift, making sure that lower back stays on the floor. The brace leg, that foot that's on the floor, that right leg, that is keeping you from twisting as well. Bring that knee in. Squeeze those lower abs, tuck, and back down. Right side. March. Extend. Heel right along the floor. Keep it down there. Leg up, a little bend in the knee. Don't lock it out. However high or however much you need to bend that knee to keep you from arching that lower back up off the floor, that's what you do. So you may not extend the foot out all the way. And down. Got another one for you. This one's even better. Take the arms down on the sides. This is more fun. Arms out to the side. You're there. You're in crook position in the T. Lift up the left leg. Extend at the knee. Stop when you get that extension. You're going to bring that left leg out to the side in a side raise. Well, you're not raising it. You're just bringing it out to the side. It's an abduction. Out, back in, just this way. So extend the leg out. Glide that heel out to the side. Bring it back in. And then bring it in for the tuck. Squeeze. And back down. Other side. Right leg. Knee over hip. Extend that right leg out without twisting, keeping the toe toward the ceiling. Lower back stays on the floor. Only go as far as you can go out, that those hips don't twist. What you're looking at is the weight, and come in for the tuck. The weight on the hips, make sure it doesn't shift from one to the other. It should always be evenly distributed. One more time. Back to that T, starting with the left leg, going up, bring it up in a march. Extend, heel glide over the floor. Leg comes out to the side. Bring it back into the middle and in for a tuck. Squeeze and down. Other side, up, out. Abduction, toe to the ceiling. Bring that leg out to the side. Back in with a tuck. Squeeze and down again. So a couple things you can do on that one. Arms up over the top when you do that leg abduction out to the side. Makes that a lot harder. The core has to work much harder, so you can do that. Arms out to the side just protects your hips from rolling side to side. The other thing you can do to make this even more fun, let's do it. Left leg first. You're in that crook position. Start with the arms out to the side because this one gets a little harder. So you're in that T position, both feet on the floor, knees toward the ceiling. Extend the left leg. So lift it up. Extend. Out to the side. So you bring that heel out, not very far. From there, you're going to lift up with the leg out to the side. Bring it back down. In. Tuck. And both feet on the floor, back to crooked. Right leg, same thing. Into that march. Extend the knee. Bring the foot out as far as you can. Left foot comes out to the side. Up on the side. A lot more work there, especially with the toe pointing out. You're going to feel it working in the hips a lot more. Inner thigh as well. Bring it in. Tuck. And back down. If that absolutely does not work for you, absolutely don't do it because it is a much harder one to do. All right, keeping one foot on the floor, we're going to do a leg lift. So up, left leg, extend, right leg is on the floor, foot on the floor, knee up, down, and drop. Other side, extend, lift. So start bending that knee as you come down. What you're looking for is how far out you can get the heels from the body and still keep that lower back on the floor. So extend as you pick the right leg up. Foot straight up, knee, toe, hip, shoulder, all in alignment. Raise it up. Stretch out those hamstrings while you're up there. And back down. Keep walking those heels out. As long as you can keep that lower back on the floor. And back down. And last one. Up. Left side. Bring it back down. So that's the first way you do that. You can go into the modification of arms up off the floor, heels right by the butt, and now lift that leg up. Doing a lift with the knee bent like a march, and back down, and then the other side up. Squeeze. Start extending that knee out. See how far out you can get with that heel from the butt and still be able to keep your lower back on the floor. So you're adjusting this modification all over the place, little at a time, so you can do the hardest for you, but still be able to maintain proper form so you don't get hurt. Up and back down. Left leg. Bring it up. Stretch it. And back down. And the other side up. And back down. With all of these, if you're in any class where you're doing leg lifts like this, use the modification that's right for you. Challenge yourself, but don't hurt yourself. All right, next one we're going to do is arms down on the side, both feet up off the floor. Move your butt. Okay, and we're going to just do a little, like a bicycle kind of thing. It's a scissors. One knee up as the other one goes down. You're not twisting. That's why you have the arms out to the sides. And again, you're extending at the knees. See how far you can get those feet out from the core, from the torso, and still be able to lift the legs up, using those hands on the side to keep you from twisting. So little by little, you extend the knee out. You're going to find that spot that's just right for you, where you're going to feel this in the lower abs, and you're not pulling that lower back up off the floor. If you are, get the heels in closer to the butt. And drop that down. And of course, the modification for this one, the advancement, is heels to the butt, hands up over the shoulders, bring both feet up off the floor, starting out with that little pedal. Really concentrate on that lower back as you're doing this. That's more important than the legs. Out. Making sure you don't twist as you do this. And again, extend at the knees. So you can always take this to the point, whatever class you're in, whenever you're doing a leg lift, do it to the point that really works your body so that every time you're doing it, you're looking for advancement on those muscles to break them down to get them stronger. All right, that was that one. Single side. Extend out the right leg all the way out. Left foot on the floor, knee up. Hand behind the head. So you got that right hand cupping the head. Make sure you're not pushing it on the back of your head as you do this. We're going to bring the knee in that tuck we've been doing. Shoulder comes up. Rotate. Back stays on the floor. So the knee comes right straight up. It doesn't cross body. Minute you cross that knee over the body, you're going to bring the hip up off the floor. You don't want that because that's putting all sorts of stress on that lower back because it doesn't hinge back there. Coming up, remember the hinge is in the middle of your back. Shoulders stay straight. As you come up, exhale and bring it back down again. Knee up. Do this as a pulse. Don't put the foot on the floor. Don't let the shoulders hit all the way down. And down, up, squeeze, exhale. Make sure those core muscles are tight, that you're not pushing the stomach out. Lower abs, upper abs and obliques on this one. Squeeze. So it's kind of a superset where you're really working those muscles over and over again, never giving them a chance to completely relax. If you need to, put the foot down, arm down. Again, make sure the back's not coming up off the floor and that it's not twisting. One more time. Up, rotate, and back down. Felt that one. That's a really good one. I like doing the single side over switching from side to side because it really works the muscle group so much harder. We get that swing in there otherwise, and momentum is doing more work than the core is. All right. Right knee up toward the ceiling, foot on the floor, left leg fully extended. Bring the knee up in a tuck, shoulders come up, rotate. Remember, don't push on the back of the head. It's just cupping the head up. Shoulders toward the ceiling, not chin to chest, elbow to knee. It's just a rotation on the upper half of the body and back down. So concentrate on those shoulders up, looking at the ceiling. Spine stays straight all the way through this. Up, it only rotates. No bending. And down, up, exhale, and bring it back down. Couple more. Last one. And back down. That's a good one because that gets upper, lower, and obliques at the same time. Keeping that lower back on the floor, you're working the muscle that, there's an ab muscle that runs side to side as well. That helps keep the back flat on the floor. All right, if you're ready, what are we doing next? Bird dog. Hands up over the shoulders, knees bent. Again, modifications. Starting out, this is a modified bird dog. Right arm out, left foot comes up off the floor, extends. That right foot is flat on the floor, preventing you from twisting the lower back. And in. Other side, up and out. Lower back does not come up off the floor. We're on and back. When I relax my core muscles and just kind of let them do what they want to do, that lower back comes up off the floor. Not much, but it's still there. That means I'm not engaging my lower abs. Out. And if your lower back is not on something stable, you're going to start twisting. You need to feel that the weight is evenly distributed from left to right and up. So this is one, as you get going here, you can bring both feet up off the floor, knees over the ankles, and then go to the full bird dog. Out and back in. Start with the modified though until you get to this point where you can do this without bringing that lower back up off the floor and without your hips twisting. Extend, back in, knees are over the hips. Out. And when you do this, make sure that I'm extending the right leg. The left knee is over the hip. Hold it there. Don't let it come in. The natural thing to do is for that knee to come in toward the torso. Don't. Work the muscles. Make them work to hold it right over the hip. Out. And in. Okay, I've had enough. Out. And back up. See, these are good core exercises. These are fun. All right. Next one we're doing is we're going to get up. Sit up, sit up, sit up. I didn't realize what time it was. We're running out of time here. Starting out, roll the shoulder blades back. You got the hands behind you in a kickstand. Roll the shoulder blades back. Deep breath in. Push the stomach out. Roll the shoulder blades together behind you. And exhale, bring it back down. Breathe the hands in just a little bit closer to the butt. Again, shoulder blades back, squeeze them together. Don't put the back of your head against, so here's what you don't do. Back of the head against the back, looking up. I'm not sure why I did that. It's not good. Deep breath in, stomach out, and relax. Both feet out in front. Shoulder blades back. If you need to for this one, get the hands behind you. If you can hold neutral with the legs extended and the shoulder blades back without pushing on the floor, fantastic. If you need the floor, use it. You want to make sure that form is there so you're not hurting the lower back. We're just going to reach toward the toes. And torso comes forward. That's all that happens. Hinging right here at the hips. Again, this is a great one. Hands behind you. Push forward through the palms of the hand. So you hip hinge. You make sure you're keeping your back straight. Going to feel a stretch in the hamstrings. It's a great way to get to the hamstrings. Again, I'm not a fan of touching the toes because most people lean forward and they twist at the same time. I like coming back from behind and pushing up, making sure you maintain neutral. That is such a crucial piece to everything. Whenever you're doing any movement, always make sure you've got that spine in neutral. Heels together. Feet. Again, arms are back. Let me do this way. Arms are back, pushing up through the palms of the hand. Knees just drop. Again, I'm not a fan of grabbing the toes and pulling yourself down. Stretch the back this way. And relax. So anytime, if you do the grab the toes, bring the shoulders down, that's fine. Just make sure you don't twist at all because now you're bending, and when you start twisting at the same time, your muscles in the lower back are already tight because you're bending down. If you take a roll with that, you're putting even more stress on them. Something's going to give. Let's go ahead and stand up. Something's got to give. There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. All right. We didn't do a rotation, so let's do it now. Hip hinge first. Knees over the ankles, butt right straight back, arms down, shoulders back. So when you put the arms down, don't let the shoulders roll with it. Get the shoulder blades back. Up on the sides. You're still looking at the floor. I really want you to concentrate on making sure that you've got that spine straight, because the next time we're going to rotate the spine too. Up on the other side, stretching out the chest, the front of that shoulder. That's up. And now let's get the back involved. So reset, shoulder blades back, chest out, bring the arm up. Don't let the hips, knees, nothing else turns except the middle of that back up. And then down on the side, same on the other side, up, reach, and back down again, hands on the thighs, push yourself back up. If that doesn't work for you, whenever we do that hip hinge with the rotation, you can always do this one right here. Just get into a stagger step and bring the arms across. That's a safe one. If the other hurts your back or you can't do that without hurting yourself, go into the stand-up one. It's much easier. All right, feet out, arms out to the side. We're going to do a rotation down and back up. When I say down, it's a small move. You're just kind of hip hinging a little bit on one side. It's that lateral lunge and back up. Stretch the arms out, rotate through the shoulders, bring it back up. One more time. Down and back up. I hate doing the same thing every time, but we're going to do fingers intertwined, palms of the ceiling, because it stretches out. Fingers, hands, wrists. You're going to feel it in the biceps and the triceps as you do this. Deep breath in, exhale, bringing the arms down in front. Get the shoulder blades down as you do that, and then roll them out. Stretches in the upper back, but you've got to get those shoulder blades down toward the hips. Deep breath in, exhale, arms right straight down. Again, this one, shoulder blades back as you do it. If you let the shoulders roll forward and the chin come down to the chest, you're going to feel it in the lower back. That's not what we're looking for. We want the top of the shoulders, those trapezoids that run right on the top, as well as the arms. And shake that out. Side bend. Up over the top. Feet are a little wider than shoulder width apart. Come down as far as you can. Knees are bent. Stretch it out. You should feel it from the hip all the way to the fingertips. If you can't, reach that arm out just a little bit more. Over the top. Let the arm do the work to bring you back up and over. Other side. Just make sure your spine's in alignment. You're looking right straight out in front of you. And reach. So you can let that arm flow all the way down. But if you lift that arm up, more of it a diagonal, you're going to feel a longer stretch. But that's hard. Those muscles have to be stretched out to be able to do it. Up. And back to center. Down the middle, reach across. Hips roll, arms up over the top. Deep breath in through the nose. Stomach out, exhale. We're going to do it one more time. Don't think we're done yet. Back up. In through the nose, stomach out, arms down. Thank you guys for being here. As always, I super appreciate it.